Good morning. I'm Michael Thurmond. I'm CEO of DeKalb County. And first of all, we would like to thank the members of the media for taking time to be with us this morning as we discuss a very important issue as we try to mitigate and reduce, really it's a plague that is troubling DeKalb County and counties and states and cities all across our nation, which is gun violence that is resulting into injury and death of our most precious resource, which are our children. I want to acknowledge and thank Chief Ramos and the DeKalb County Police Department for their ongoing efforts to reduce and mitigate and intervene to prevent injury and death to young children in our county. The chief will share to you some of the efforts that they have been making in a very successful way to provide gun locks and gun safe to our residents. And we know that because of their work, our children have been placed in a safer position. Unfortunately, we're still having these very unfortunate incidences. So I'll stop now and ask our distinguished chief. I want to acknowledge the presence of Director Joseph Lumpkin, our Public Safety Director. Captain Albritton is here, and Chief Ramos, who's doing an excellent job of leading our department and who has spearheaded this effort to create a more safe community for our citizens and particularly our children. Chief Ramos.
Thank you, CEO. So good morning. I'm Mirtha Ramos, and I'm the Chief of Police of the DeKalb County Police Department. And we're here simply to ask the citizens to practice responsible gun ownership. This is not about the Second Amendment. This is really about the safety of our community, and especially our most vulnerable population, the youth. There are several ways that they can do this, and they're not really expensive. They can use a gun lock, they can use a gun safe, and they can simply put it in a holster. Most of the incidents that we have experienced in DeKalb County, the guns are not even in a holster, so they're easy to access and easy to utilize. When our children are dying due to irresponsible gun ownership, it's not just the family that suffers, it's really the community, because we're grieving people that have lost their lives way too soon. This Saturday, we're having a community outreach and safety event. And the purpose of that event really is to connect with our citizens, provide resources from gun locks, gun safes, all the way through job employment. We're really here just to connect with them and to make sure that they understand the importance of gun ownership. So I just really wanted to show you two options. So this is very simple. This is a gun lock. Has a key. We actually have a video online that shows you how to actually utilize this gun lock. And it's very inexpensive. And it's actually very inexpensive because we're giving it to the public for free. We also have gun safes. We took this to another degree. And the reason why is because last year alone, we had 850 guns stolen out of vehicles. And while we don't recommend for anyone to keep their guns in their vehicles, if they absolutely have to, if you put it in here, use this cable, tie it around a fixed part of your vehicle, if they break into your vehicle, they won't be able to take the gun safe with the gun lock. So that will prevent at least the guns not being out on the street. 850 guns that were stolen out of vehicles last year into the hands of people that had no business having guns. So sometimes when we ask ourselves the questions, where are the criminals getting these guns? They're getting them from you, the community. They're getting them from your car. In your quest to keep your family safe, you're sometimes putting the guns back out into the street. So kind of just wanted to point that out. The police department has continuously done PSAs on gun safety. They can obtain a gun lock or a gun safe at any of our precincts. They don't necessarily have to come out to our event, but we've made them available. Any community events, we're there with our gun locks. If you've noticed, there are postcards on the table. We give those out where people can obtain the gun locks and gun safes. I don't understand the hesitancy. However, I really encourage any citizens that own a weapon to please utilize one of these tools to keep their guns out of the hands of their youth. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And let me just reiterate this. For all of those who have guns in their possession, if you have guns and young children populating the same physical space, a gun that is not properly secured with a lock or in a safe is nothing but a death trap. A ticking time bomb for your children or your grandchildren or children in your immediate vicinity. We are pleading We are begging with the citizens and residents of DeKalb County who have guns in their possession to heed Chief Ramos's call. Please come out, go to one of our precincts, come to the event on Saturday, and get free of charge a lock or a safe that may be the difference between life and death for your child or your grandchildren, nieces, or nephews. And finally this, I appreciate so much the DeKalb Police Department and law enforcement all across the state who are working to keep us safe. And I want to join in with the 50 mayors who made a plea to our state leaders to come January to enact sensible gun laws in this state, to keep law-abiding citizens safe and to keep our children safe. It makes no sense to me that it's against the law for me to handle this device while I drive, but it's not against the law for me to have in my hand a pistol while I drive. It's irrational, it makes no sense, and we can and must do better. So once again, thank you, Chief Ramos, thank you, DeKalb County Police Department, thank you, Director Lumpkin, for your brave and courageous service to our county. Thank you. And if you have any questions for the chief, please.
Chief, I have one question. I know this was already obviously a priority and a focus for you guys, but obviously after Monday evening's incident, I mean, just kind of as a mom, like, when any young kids are involved, it's like, I guess it has to bring it more to the forefront. And we've seen other incidents even this week in other counties around Georgia.
Yes, our hearts weigh heavy when this happens, but I want you to know that we've been doing this for several years now. It just comes to the forefront when a tragedy happens, which is unfortunate. I want everyone to stay as engaged as they are today throughout the rest of the year. And it's not just today that we need to worry about gun safety. It's today, tomorrow, and always.
Are those little safes for the handgun, is that something new for the county, or is that something new you're offering? I mean, I know you guys have the locks, but those little safes, is that?
It is. It's something that we've, like I said, we've created, not created, we've implemented simply because of the car thefts. Entering autos has been plaguing not only DeKalb County, but a lot of our neighboring jurisdictions and nationwide. And so people are just not listening about not keeping their guns in their vehicles. So the thought frame is, what do we do? So if you have to have it in your car, at least put it in here, tie it around your seat, tie it to something that's fixed in your vehicle. And so when they break into your vehicle, they won't be able to go away with your gun. So it's something that we're doing just to offset two problems, the breaking into vehicles and also the guns that they're obtaining from the vehicles.
And obviously something like that even could have helped, even in this most recent incident, it sounds like too, even.
Yes.
Absolutely, because there are keys. So if you lock it, there's no way to get in here. So there's no way. And then when you open it up and you put it in, it's really fixed. And I can actually demonstrate it. At some point, if I was to open this, and I'll move the chair here. So let's say this is the vehicle, and this is the chair. We all know that the chair won't be moving. You take it, you tie it through, obviously the chair won't work. And then when you put it inside here and close it up, so sorry. I haven't done this in a minute. I know, I'm sorry. But the bottom line is that once you close it, now it's fixed and you're not going to be able to get it out because both of these pieces are inside and this is a fixed object. And what we've done is we went one step further. We took it to our fleet unit and we said, can you cut the wire off? And they tried it with, maybe I shouldn't say this. Let's just say it wasn't very easy to do. And yes, it was not very easy to do. So in the future, if anybody decides to do it, they're gonna have to spend time to go ahead and try to get it. And in that time, hopefully the police will be there or someone will see and call it in. It may not solve the problem, but it'll deter people from getting their guns stolen from vehicles.
And obviously a young child can't get into that.
Not at all, not at all. Hopefully they will keep the keys safely somewhere tucked away.
Chief, has there been any effort to reach out to like gun store owners or be it gun shows or anything like that where you can kind of educate the gun dealers to where they can share information about, that gun locks are free, that, that people can be charged with murder for, negligence if their child gets a hold of their gun. It seems like there's an education gap. Like a lot of people don't realize that negligence can result in a murder charge. And I just wonder if the people who are seeing these customers every day, people who are legally buying guns that want to be responsible gun owners, has there been any effort to reach them? I know that this reaches out directly to the public, but kind of that mid-level people who are selling guns.
I will say specifically, we haven't done that, though it's a good idea, but we will have someone, a gun owner, that has a business nearby in Atlanta that will be at our community safety fair that's going to be able to talk to the citizens. And what we also have done is our permitting office has these gun locks as well. So if you go in, because people are still registering their weapons even though they don't have to, when you go in, we're offering you a gun lock and a gun safe as well. So anywhere where you deal with a police officer, they're probably going to offer you a gun lock or a gun safe because we want to do our part. And everyone else has to do their part as well. It's not just the police. It really is a holistic effort. Community, citizens, parents, everyone needs to take a role in this.
Chief, can you talk about how quickly a tragedy can happen when a child does get their hands on a gun? I mean, this is in a matter of minutes.
Unfortunately, you saw the video. It's been circulating around, and as you saw, it happened very quickly. So it's not something that can be prevented at that very given moment. It's just a very dangerous and sad situation. What we can do is work on prevention. Keeping the guns out of the hands of children will eliminate this from happening in the future. Because as I said, then arrests will be made. You're destroying families. They're already suffering. It's painful. But we still have a job to do, and we'll do it. But we're just asking the community to help us to do that.
Thank y'all so much, and thank you for being here. Thank you, Chief. And please, if you all can help us get the word out, I promise you we're going to save lives as a result of this. Thank you.